Hello, my name is Robert Hollis, and I want to thank you very much for watching this video. This is a really important video also. It's called Scales of Balance. Now, the one thing I want you to know is when I first got involved in the industry of marketing, don't forget that I was an auto mechanic. And the one thing that people want to do is they want to become successful very, very quickly. And they just get in it, and I talk about this in my trainings all the time, and they get involved, and what they do is they expect everything to happen immediately. It's like an instant society. We not only want everything quick now with all this online instantaneous messages from Facebook and Twitter, and we got our texting, we got everything. But a lot of people are ADD, and ADD for me is called always dealing with distractions. So what the name of this video is Scales of Balance, and let me explain to you why. The one thing, there's a book out there by Gladwell. I believe his name is Malcolm Gladwell, and he not only wrote The Tipping Point, but he also called a book called Outliers. And in that book, he talks about that when you put 10,000 hours, now I'm talking about 10,000 hours of the right attitude, the immersion to learn, that you end up mastering it. And in the study, he talks about Bill Gates, he talks about the band, the Beatles, and on of success stories and outliers that why these people become successful. Now, don't get scared, but listen to this. If you were going to dedicate 10,000 hours to anything and master it to make an above average income, if that was 8 hours a day, only 5 days a week, do you realize that that would take you 5 years? 5 years. Now, at a full-time amount. Now, I know a lot of people when they're watching this, they're saying, I already got a full-time job. But understand if it's not getting the lifestyle that you want, if you're not making the money that you want, if you're not got the free time to be able to enjoy vacations, buy the things that you love for the people that you love, then guess what? It's okay to find a way to master and put extra hours in, when you're not working. I remember when I first got involved in marketing, guess what? I had put in way more than my 10,000 hours in to being a mechanic. I was a good mechanic. I was called a master automotive technician, but I had put the time in. I had put the dedicated time in to get good at my skills. I loved what I did, and I wanted to be the best that I could be. So that's that Scales of Balance. So you get in, and regardless of where your scales are, you're putting a lot of information on one side. You're putting a lot of stuff on the one side until it shifts, which I call a tipping point, or, if you listen to some of my videos over the years, it's the teeter-totter. And when that tip happens, I'm telling you what, it works for everyone. God's not a discerner of persons. What I mean by that is regardless of your spiritual beliefs or any kind of belief, if you put the amount of time in, you're going to become above average. Now, above average in a marketing arena is easily 6 figures a year. Above average in the profession that I'm in, actually make sure that you never work for anybody ever again. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is what do you have 10,000 hours in? Do you have 10,000 hours into walking, talking, driving a car, being a parent, being a spouse? If you really think about it, if you're good at anything, it could be cards, it could be some kind of sport, it could be anything. It could be using Facebook. If you put 10,000 hours in it, you feel comfortable, you feel good, you know what you're doing. So now what you got to do is when you get into the marketing arena, you got to put that kind of time in. And it's got to be with a good attitude. It's got to be with the attitude, I'm going to learn this. I was talking to some friends today, and it was 2 different friends, and they're very, very close to me. And I said to them, they go, well, I'm not really getting this. I don't really get it. I'm struggling with it. And right away, I sort of giggle when people tell me that, because don't little kids struggle when they learn how to walk? Don't they struggle when they learn how to talk? Didn't you struggle when you started to drive a car? Think about that. Now people can drive, and they got putting makeup on with one hand and drinking coffee with the other and steering with their knees. It's amazing to me what people can do now, including what they shouldn't be doing, from talking on the phone to texting while they're driving. Now, that becomes a thing that's not in this video, but it just talks about being unconscious competent. You don't have to think about it anymore. You just do it. Well, you need to become unconscious competent in marketing. You got to become unconscious competent in inviting and recruiting and getting people excited to get them in front of the videos so they can make a decision. So when you first get involved, I want you to understand that the skills of balance, first of all, I don't know, on a whole different plateau. I don't know how much good that you've done in the world versus how much bad in the world. So I see these people all the time that get involved in our business, and I talked about this on one of our pro shows, our super affiliate mentorship. And I talked about it, and people get in and they don't realize that, maybe they're being a little selfish. They haven't really gone out into the world or the universe and implanted seeds. This is just like a farmer, right? So you understand that if you were a farmer or wanted to be a farmer and you decide to buy a hunk of land, the first thing you got to do is you got to prepare the land. You just got to prepare the land. You got to till it up. You got to get the rocks out of it. You got to get the trees, pull the stumps out of it. You got to do got to fertilize it. There's a lot of stuff that you got to do to the ground to get it ready before you start putting seeds in. So again, even when we're talking about planting seeds and getting a harvest at the end of the year, there's a lot of preparation that you have to do for you, and it's mostly between your ears. You got to get in the right state of mind. You got to change your attitude. You got to believe that you can do this. Now, that works on your faith. You keep putting good information in, you keep learning, you listen to audios and videos, and then all of a sudden, things start to change. When your mind changes, you change. And guess what? You start doing good things instead of always looking, well, listen, I did a post and now I want a sale. No, what you start doing is you start planting the seeds, and what you do is you take the time to make sure that the birds don't get them. Classic Jim Rohn, and the birds got them. You want to make sure that you're planting on good soil. You don't want to plant on rocks. You don't want to, plant where the weeds get them, so negative things get them. They're just not prepared in their life. And so you got to go out there and find the right people at the right time. Now, when you do that, guess what? By giving, and giving some more, and when you're tired of giving, you got to give some more, you're going to finally tip the scales of balance. So a lot of people don't know this, but when they first get into marketing and your whole goal was a job, your whole life you've had nothing but a job. And so all you've done your entire life is just, hey, I'm just going to do as little as possible as I can to get paid. So now all of a sudden you didn't realize it, but all of a sudden you put way too much on one side. So you get involved and your skills of balance are like this. And so what you want to do is you want to go out there and share good content, make likes and comments, and you want to do that. You just want to keep planting seeds and keep planting seeds and keep planting seeds. And you want to do that until the scales shift. And when the scales shift, that's when you hear these stories that upset everybody. See, one thing that we shouldn't do is we shouldn't be comparing ourselves. Listen to me closely. We shouldn't be comparing ourselves to other people. But what happens is we don't know that they've already been into a number of companies. They learned, they became humble, they became good listeners, they became coachable, they became humble. And they got so frustrated that they started to do just what they were told to do instead of making up all kinds of stuff. And they become very concentrated. I know I'm doing a lot of trainings here together, but they got a magnifying glass, and they're zeroing in, they're focusing energy on one part, and they tip those scales really fast. So you hear about these people, oh my God, they just got involved in the company, they hit one position, they hit the other one, they already replaced their income, they were able to do it in 60, 90 days, and you're going, oh my God, I got to be doing everything wrong. No, you're not. You got to put the focused, concentrated energy and a right attitude with changing of your mindset, and you got to do it long enough to shift it to get the harvest. No matter what you do in your life, you gotta put the time in before you get the harvest. You have to. So that's skills of balance. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Make sure that you don't quit. Master the skills. Once you master the skills, you can take that anywhere in the world. Because the bottom thing I want to share with you here is people are always going to be making new products and new services, coming up with new ideas. And when you master the ability, listen to me, master the ability to, to build new relationships, build that relationship strong so that people know, like, and trust you. You become friends and you build this huge following. Now you can go out and market anything you want at any time you want. So take the time to plant the seeds, prepare the ground, learn how to be a good farmer, build those relationships that'll last forever so you can get those skills of balance tipped in your way. Going from company to company is not going to get you that skill. All that's going to do is ruin your reputation. So I hope this video helps you. Again, take care. God bless. Log into the websites. Get as many videos as you can. Take care. And I know you can do it. I did it. I know you can. God bless.